Astros, and welcome to Storytime with Teacher Gigi. This week, we're focusing on grown-ups that are in our lives. What kind of grown-ups can we think of that are in our lives? In general, we have parents that are in our lives. Sometimes we have a mom and a dad, or we have mommies, or we have two mommies and two daddies. We have grandmas and grandpas. We have aunts and uncles. We have family friends. We have teachers. We have coaches. We have lots of different adults that we see and connect with in our lives. And sometimes when you do things with those adults, you do fun projects together, like painting or building something. You like to play. We love to play. What do you like to do with the grown-ups in your life? What do you do? So the story that we're going to be reading today is called Wilfrid Gordon McDonald Partridge. And it's about this boy here. And who do you think this is? Who do you think? Is it his grandma? Could it be a family friend? Could it be a neighbor? Let's read this story and find out what the connection is between the two of them, and let's see what they do together. So let's get started on our story. Wilfrid Gordon McDonald Partridge, written by Mem Fox. There was once a small boy called Wilfrid Gordon McDonald Partridge. And what's more, he wasn't very old either. How old do you think he is, Astros? He liked Mrs. Jordan, who played the organ. He listened to Mr. Hosking, who told him very scary stories. He played with Mr. Tippet, who was crazy about cricket. Cricket is a type of game, but it's also a type of insect. He ran errands for Miss Mitchell, who walked with a wooden stick. He admired Mr. Drysdale, who had a voice like a giant. But his favorite person of all was Miss Nancy Allison Delacourt Cooper, because she had 4 names just as he did. He called her Miss Nancy and told her all his secrets. One day, Wilfrid Gordon heard his mother and his father talk about Miss Nancy. Poor old thing, said his mother. Why is she a poor thing? Asked Wilfrid Gordon. Because she lost her memory, said his father. It isn't surprising, said his mother. After all, she is 96. What is a memory? Asked Wilfrid Gordon. He was always asking questions. Astros, what do you think is a memory? It's something that you remember, said his father. But Wilfrid Gordon wanted to know more, so he called on Miss Jordan, who played the organ. What's a memory? He asked. Something warm, my child. Something warm. What is she holding that's warm? He called on Mr. Hosking, who told him scary stories. What's a memory? He asked. Something from a long, long time ago, me lad. Something from long ago. He called on Mr. Tippet, who was crazy about cricket. What's a memory? He asked. Something that makes you cry, my boy. Something that makes you cry. He called on Miss Mitchell, who walked with a wooden stick. What's a memory? He asked. Something that makes you laugh. Ha 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 ha, my darling. Something that makes you laugh. He called on Mr. Drysdale, who had a voice like a giant. What's a memory? He asked. Something precious as gold, young man. Something precious as gold. So, Wilfrid Gordon went home again to look for memories for Miss Nancy because she had lost her own. So he looked for the shoebox of shells he had found from long ago last summer, and he put them gently in a basket. He found a puppet on strings, which always made everyone laugh, and he put that in the basket too. He remembered with sadness the medal which his grandfather had given him, and he placed it gently next to the shells. Next, he found a football, which was as precious as gold. And last of all, on his way to Miss Nancy's, he went into the hen house and took a fresh, warm egg from under a hen. Let's see. Then Wilfrid Gordon called on Miss Nancy and gave her each thing one by one. Oh, we're going to find out. Let's see, Astros. Ah, what a dear, strange child to bring me all these wonderful things, thought Miss Nancy. Then she started to remember. She held the warm egg and told Wilfrid Gordon about the tiny speckled blue eggs she had once found in a bird's nest in her aunt's garden. She put a shell to her ear and remembered going to the beach by tram long ago and how hot she felt in her button-up boots. She touched the medal and talked sadly of the big brother she had loved who had gone to the war and never returned. She smiled at the puppet on strings and remembered the one she had shown to her sister and how she had laughed with a mouthful of porridge. She bounced the football to Wilfrid Gordon and remembered the day she had met him and all the secrets they had told. And the two of them smiled and smiled because Miss Nancy's memory had been found again by a small boy who wasn't very old either. The end. Can you find something from a long, long time ago? Something warm, something that makes you cry, and something that makes you laugh, ha 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 ha, and something precious as gold. Those are 5 things to find and make your own memories and share them with a grown-up. Can you do that? Can you find those memories and share them with a grown-up in your house? And you can talk about them and you can figure out if those memories that you found help a grown-up remember their memories. Okay, Astros, thank you for joining me for story time.